All righty. Hello, everybody. You guys, this is our first call. I'm so pumped. So much fun. Let me get my notes over here so I can stay on track. I hope you guys are having a fun first 4 days of this launch. This has just exceeded. I knew this was going to be big. I knew it was going to be huge. I knew it was going to be exciting. I knew that we had created something so special. But what has happened in these first 4 days has blown my mind. And I don't know about you, but every person I talked to has basically said, this is exactly what I was praying for. And I didn't even realize that this was possible. It's like all of my worlds aligned and collided all at once. It's just crazy. And how I truly don't believe that there are any coincidences with the conversations that I'm having and the people that are coming to us and the hope that is restored with so many people. My heart is so full. And so I'm so grateful that you guys are all here. I'm grateful for what we're going to build together. So I'm going to kind of try to stay on track. There's so much that I could say, want to say, but I want to keep this as short as we can. First couple things, like housekeeping things. I'm going to open up one-on-ones again next week. I feel like I'm still trying to catch my breath, getting everything in place and making sure that everything is taken care of and that we have different systems and resources. So we're going to do that again next week. I'm also excited because I don't know if you guys are into this, but I also really want to do like power hours, like 30 minutes in the morning or in the evenings, just to kind of get on and play some Morgan Wallen and work together and just kind of stay connected. Yes, power hours, perfect. Ashley loves them. And then I'm also thinking and planning on doing set like office hours, where I'll tell you a day and a time, and we can all come on Zoom and we can work, or we can be on together, or you can go in the chat, you can ask questions. And it's just kind of like if we were in a room together, because that's the best part about Zoom and technology is we can be. So we'll do stuff like that too. Just we're going to stay close. We're going to stay connected. Um, in the Facebook page, I'm pretty sure you guys are all in the team Facebook page. Under the events section is where I'm always going to post events. So events are just like team calls, power hours, trainings, whatever it is, they'll always be posted in the event section. And we'll get into a routine of what's happening when so that you can kind of plan around it. So just bear with me. Again, I want to thank you guys just for being so patient with me and just soul in general. Like there is something so exciting, you know this, about being here at the beginning, but there's a lot that happens in the beginning and some bumps in the road and just some different things. And so thank you for your patience. Thank you for being excited to be here and be a part of the beginning. I think you guys all saw also Soul Academy is back live in your back office. If you haven't checked it out, you guys, that academy is legit. Like every single new brand partner that you bring in, that should be the first thing that they do, and just get acquainted with it. It shows you your progress in the back. So just make sure that you plug into that, go through it, then you can speak to it. And then just any new brand partner that you bring in, make sure that they plug into that. The next thing that I am creating, it's almost done. I should hopefully have it to you guys tonight. Anyone familiar with the milkshake app? Yep. Okay. If you aren't familiar with it, it's basically like just a link. It's almost like in your Instagram bio, like a link tree, but it's like a link that you have and you send it out to people. When they click it, it takes them like almost to a mini website, and it has links in it. So straightforward. And so in it, I'm going to put like the Telegram chat, the Telegram content chat, the Facebook page, the corporate page, the boards app, my overview video, my comp plan video, just like all of our place things at once. I have been finding myself going back and forth between the notes in my phone, and it's not working. And so I'm going to simplify it, send this out to you, and then every single new person you bring in, that can be the first thing you send them, because then it'll have everything right there for them. Okay? We're going to just continue to keep things simple. Okay, next thing. Is it required to enroll and get products? No, it is absolutely not. You can join for free. That is one of the things that I love. But I'm just going to tell you, if you're on this call or if you're watching this recording, you're probably here because you want to make money. Like the community, everything that we're doing, the experiences, but you probably want to make money. And so even if you just want to be an affiliate, even if you do not want to build a team, what I want to encourage you to do, and again, it's totally fine if not, because you don't have to, but I want to encourage you to order your either a starter pack or regular products, because here's the deal. Even if you want to be an affiliate, come August 1st, when you can begin to sell to customers, you're going to want to have your own experience with the products. You're going to want to start to have the glow on your face that I have. You guys, I'm just kind of in awe of my skin lately. I cannot wait for you to get your packages in the mail. You're going to want to be able to speak to the products. You're going to want to talk about how in 15 minutes you felt vibe and you were vibing. You want to be able to like tell somebody what glow actually tastes like. Not only the experience, but also, hello, we're sharing mostly on social media. And so you're going to want to have them in hand to be able to create content around them. So is it required? No. Is it smart? Yes. And then you have, again, 10 days from enrollment to get a starter pack. Now, there has been some confusion, so I want to clarify completely. So some people are like, well, the products individually and sometimes can come out cheaper if you look at the price sheet compared to the starter pack. Yes and no. The price that you see is the subscribe and save price. So that is when you set up your subscribe and save, that is the price that you get. So you can set that up for next month. So the cheapest way to get the products right now is the starter pack. Otherwise, you're paying the one-time order pricing. I've also been asked, okay, if I invest in this Elite Founder Pack, which let me remind you, whatever pack you get, the Elite Founder Pack, whatever, this is a business. You are a brand partner. And so this is a tax write-off. I am not a tax expert. I would talk to your CPA, but there's a lot to learn on that side of what you can write off. And these are tax write-offs because it is for your business. But I was asked, what is the best way to get a return on my investment? And I have a couple ideas. First of all, because in the Elite Founder Pack, you are going to have like a lot of product. You can, sorry, my phone I need to put it on Do Not Disturb. I'm squirrel, anyone else squirrel brain? And then my husband came in and got the little dog and then it distracted me. So two things, okay? Samples. Our products are so amazing because they are something that give people an experience very quickly. The Glow Moisturizer, okay? You put it on your face and you're literally glowing and people are going to be obsessed with it. You give someone 3 capsules of Vibe, they're feeling it in 15 minutes and they're hooked. You send them like a little packet of the powder for glow, they taste it and they can't wait to have it again. So in the Soul Academy, you'll get there. There's a whole training on sampling. And on it, you guys, on the screen, there's even QR codes that you can scan that take you to photos. That take you to an Amazon page to order things to sample. Like it gives you all of the pages to buy the stuff to sample out. Like little, what's it called? Like the little mini pump bottles for the moisturizer or little bags for everything else. So I would sample. I would also maybe host a little get together, host a little wine night at your house or a yoga session or whatever, like get people together and create experiences where they can have an experience with the products. So those are smart things to do. That's what I'm going to be doing for sure with my pack. Okay, and then I already kind of mentioned subscribe and save, but just make sure that you do set it up before the end of the month. And I know you're like, well, I just bought these products. Why do I have to get back on? Again, if you want to earn team commission, you have to be qualified. And if you want to save money on the products, then just set it up. You can always change it. You can always move it. You can always cancel it. And again, starting August 1st, when we have customers, there will be an option to use a customer order to qualify you for that. And we'll talk about that as we get closer. Oh man, we're 12 minutes in and I'm still doing housekeeping stuff. Let me fast forward to the good stuff. Okay, we're at the good stuff because I have a couple people that I want you to hear from too. Sorry, I'm checking my phone because I do have a special guest who's going to make an appearance on this. So, question. Have you ever said to me or to someone or thought in your head, like, I'm really excited about this, but like, I've never had success. I've tried this before. I'm hoping this will be different because I've actually, surprised, I've had a lot of conversations like that recently. And I that's an attitude that none of us are immune from. Even tonight, I don't know if you've been on Instagram in the last 5 minutes, but I posted something right before I got on this call. Um, I went into my run tonight thinking like, okay, this run is gonna suck. I got no sleep last night because I've been up so late every night just trying to get things done. It's gonna suck. It's gonna hurt. I'm gonna hate it, but I'll just go slow and it's better than nothing, right? Like I'll just, whatever. I have low expectations. And you guys, I literally PR'd. I ran my fastest 30 minutes that I ever have. Okay. Like I was dead set that it was going to be awful and that it was going to be terrible. And I didn't even like plan that out so that I could give you some inspirational message. It legit just happened like an hour ago. It was my fastest 30-minute run that I've ever done. Because in our minds, like I feel like we do that to protect ourselves in case we fail. Like we want to like it's like a subconscious protection. And if you just believe that you are so much more capable of things than you realize, and you just already go into things believing abundance, believing I'm going to be good at this, believing that I'm going to attract the right people, then you will. So, okay, question. So the people that have told me, or you thought this, like I'm not good at this. I've tried and it hasn't worked in the past. Okay, I want to ask you, when you're posting, when you're sharing, are you like trying to sell something? Like are you just showing you with your products? Are you like showing a sale and like being a salesperson? Or are you telling stories? Because telling stories is a skill and it is something that will change the game for you. I don't know if any of you guys saw my post earlier today, but this morning when I went out onto my porch office, I'm in my bedroom office right now, but I went on my porch office and I sat out there and the light's always great. And so I took a picture because my skin was skinning and I was glowing. Can't wait for you to glow with me. And I was like, "Hey, I want to share about this, but I'm not salesy, and so I have to share it in an authentic way." And I didn't even try to. Like again, this is a skill. Like the more you practice it, the more it's going to come naturally to you. And I literally wrote on there um something about like the best part of having great skin is that it lets me sleep in a little bit longer because I don't need to put makeup on. And I like that is something that is so simple. Like it is the simplest, easiest sentence to put out there, but you can probably relate to that. I'm not a morning person. I want to get as much sleep as possible. And the fact that because of my skincare, my skin is glowing and I have the confidence that I don't need to go put on makeup. This skincare has given me confidence that I'm good leaving my house without it. And that means that I can sleep in a little bit longer. Does that make sense? Like that is way more attractive than if I were, and again, I do that skincare video and I think that's super fun. And I think you all should do that because people love to see it in action. But it shows and it tells how the skincare makes my life better. And that is relatable because I'm a busy mom. I don't get as much sleep as I would like to. And if I can feel good in my skin and feel confident by doing this one thing, everyone's going to want it. So just think about those little things. Think about how you can tell your story of how whatever product it is or the business, the way that your paycheck, your future paycheck that is coming, the way that that is going to take pressure off of your marriage, the way that it's going to pay for groceries or your daughter's soccer or whatever it is, instead of just telling facts, dig a little bit deeper and share the specific things because that is what's relatable. If Gina came on here and she was like, I just hit Soul 4 and I got paid $1,800 and you guys, we were really tight this month and it covered our mortgage. Like you would feel that and you would be like, oh my gosh, like, could you imagine if like your mortgage just got covered? Like, that's crazy. So think and dig a little bit deeper and tell stories of how the business and the products genuinely make your life better. Um, if you feel like you've tried this,
It's being crazy.
you haven't had success, I also, sorry, I also want you to think about um, your network and the trust that you have with your network. Because in order to build this in an attractive way to bring people to you, that requires trust. And some of you already have it, and that's great. And some of you need to build it, and that's okay. You can do that. It will just take a little bit of time. And I want to give you kind of a cheat code. The fastest way to build trust with your audience is to be vulnerable. It's to share things that might make you a little uncomfy. Your palms might get a little bit sweaty. But when you open yourself up and you share experiences that you've been through, you allow people to take one step closer to you immediately because maybe they've gone through the same thing and they feel less alone. This is one thing that has always come really easy to me. I've always been an open book, but some people are not, and that's okay. You can start small. You don't have to share the deep, dark stuff, and you don't. There are some things that should never be shared. But for example, I have a lazy eye. You guys can probably see it right now because I'm not getting much sleep. And when I'm really tired, or if I'm a little bit buzzed, you can tell. And I'm not getting much sleep right now, so it's a little bit out there. And when I openly share about it, people that have gone through the same things tell me. I made a friend in my last business who came to me and she was like, I've always been so embarrassed of this, but like you have it and you wear it proudly. I mean, I don't know if I'm proud of it, but I'm open with it and it is what it is. It's part of me. I have a whole story around it. And like, it's my eye. It's my lazy eye and it's fine. And oh, wait, I don't know if I can do this on Zoom. We're going to get really close really fast. This is this is kind of like my party trick. Let me see if it works. Okay. I can't believe I'm doing this right here. My eyes my eyes probably looking straight at you right now. But if I open my right eye, it probably goes to the side because it's not focusing anymore. Did it work? Did you see it? Yeah, a little bit. It's crazy. It's a lazy eye. I share about it. I don't hide it. Um, I this is a little bit darker and deeper, but I was sexually abused as a child. Um, and it it affected a huge part of my life. It broke my family. My dad lost contact with his twin brother for 13 years because his twin brother chose to believe that it wasn't true. We've had so much family restoration since then. So much has happened, but there are so many people that go through that type of abuse as a kid. And so many people never talk about it and they feel alone. And whenever the first time I shared about that publicly on Instagram, and I'm not telling you to go share that, okay? But the first time I did, my DMs were flooded with so many people that have gone through the same thing and had never told anybody. But I made them feel less alone. Again, not telling you to go do that. I'm just saying, think of the things you've gone through, share it so that people can trust you. And not just so that people can trust you. I'm just saying when you share it, people will trust you. They'll feel close to you. There'll be a connection, an instant connection that wasn't there 5 minutes ago. Okay. So be vulnerable. You'll be able to connect with more people. And then you guys share with like a calm confidence because that's attractive. If I try to like overhype you and like, oh my gosh, you have to join now. It's like, whoa, calm down, back up. But if you share with just like this calm confidence and like not desperate, because we aren't, that's so attractive to people and they want to be in on it, on whatever you're doing even more. Okay. I already told you don't sell the product, share the impact it has on your life. Okay. Next question before I kind of pass this off to some like people who are even more experts than I am. Next question I get all the time is, okay, I want to post, but what do I post? Like, how do you even know what to post, where to start? The best place to know what to post is I want you to think, and first of all, like one of my top tips, I live in the notes in my phone. I have like so many notes in my phone. Like I just sit there and I brain dump. I just anything that's on my mind, anything I'm thinking, anything I'm feeling, I go to my notes and I write it. I have to-do lists, I have post ideas, I have like everything. So use the notes in your phone. So I want you to think about what gets you excited. Like if you want to make a post about soul, I want you to think like what got your attention? Was it the timing? Was it being here at the very beginning? Was it the skincare? Was it Whitney Rose? Like what was it that got you so excited to be here? What was it that I posted or whoever got your attention? What was it that they posted that you were like, I think I want to do this. Like, I don't want to miss out on that. Was it the comp plan? Was it like literally, what was it? And that is what you write about. Like, I think in my head when I make a post, what is it that I would need to see? Because I want to bring people in that are just like me. I'm a hard worker, I'm determined, and I want to find more people like me. And so I write about what would get my attention. So think about what that is and then write it as if you're talking to your best friend at a coffee shop. Don't make it so perfect and polished. You're not like this isn't you're not on trial. Like this it doesn't need to be like perfect whatever. Just write it like you're talking to a friend. Because if we're building trust with people and we're building connections, we want them to feel like we're just sitting down and hanging out with people, okay? So that's what was on my heart to share with you. And then I'm going to wrap this up at the end. Cass, you guys, Cassidy Cecil, I've had the privilege of working with her for the last almost 4 years. You're quickly going to be just obsessed with her. She is the cutest little mama. And she is someone, if you don't follow her yet, you should. She is someone that shows up so authentically on social media. Like when you watch her reels, you feel like you're best friends with her because she doesn't have to go get ready. She doesn't make sure that her makeup's perfectly done. She doesn't make sure that the lighting is great or whatever. She just shows up as her. And that's why people trust her. And that's why she's had the success that she's had because she just is her and she doesn't try to be anything that she's not. So Cass, would you thank you for being on here.
Yeah, thank you for having
Hey,
me.
sister girl.
Yay. Hi guys. Like Brett said, I'm Cass. We met in our previous company. And I'm just super thankful for that journey and it led us to here. And anyhow, I'll kind of dive in because I know we want to keep this short for you guys. I love social media. I feel like 4 years ago, I truly had no stinking clue what I was doing. And the past 4 years, I've definitely like figured out a rhythm and a groove with it. Specifically the past year or so. And I'm no like, I know who's talking next is she knows like the viral code and everything, and she's going to be amazing too. I feel like my specific like area in social media is like Britt said, just connecting with people. That's like my passion for it. So there's a few things that I wanted to kind of dive in with you guys, actually give you like applicable steps to apply to your social media, not just tell you random things. And so I'll kind of walk you guys through my process of how I navigate social media day in and day out and everything. So first of all, before you post, and I know Britt kind of said this too, is you have to check your motives behind your post. Are you posting for them or are you posting for you? When you post for you, you say what you want to say. When you post for your audience, you say what they need or they want to hear. And we're all selfish human beings, whether we want to admit it or not. We're not on social media to be sold to. We are on social media to really connect with people, to have fun, to laugh, and to even maybe see new opportunities in businesses and everything. And so we want to have that in mind when we are creating content. That's kind of like the first thing. And that really stems from having a solid understanding of who you're speaking to. When you're speaking, you guys probably heard this before, when you're speaking to everyone, you're speaking to no one, right? And most of the time, who you're speaking to is going to be just you before you started. Sometimes you have a really specific niche. For me, on my page, I don't necessarily believe like like niching down. I definitely think there's a time and place for that, but people want to see you. They're following you for you. Most of the time I do speak to moms. I speak to moms that used to work or moms that are working, people that want to work out, people that love, I don't know, a clean, healthy sourdough, like all of that. And so that's kind of my people. You guys are just going to be speaking to you and your people. Um, just kind of looking at my notes. And not saying that you have to gear all of your reels towards that, but a lot of them are going to be specific. And so when I am sharing content, there's two types of content that you really want to bounce back and forth between. I think a lot of times when people just get started in this space, they think that they need to sell, 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 and constantly talk about their product in order to sell their product. And that is quite the opposite of what you should be doing. When you are specifically first starting out in this space, you want to provide value for your audience. And so there's authentic content and authoritative content. When I was first starting, most of my content is honestly was and still is authoritative content. It's content that's educational, that's valuable, that's savable, sharing like what's working, what's not in your journey, different things like that. And then your authentic content is going to be really more that like relatable, that shareable, your storytelling, inspirational and captivating. And Britt's really good at that. And I think that content's so amazing, but we can't forget that people also want to take something away from your content. They don't just need to hear your story. And so a good rule of thumb to go by that I try and go by is a 3-to-1 ratio, or you could do 2 and 2, however you want to do it. But 3 authoritative, 1 authentic piece of content. I'll kind of give you guys some examples and everything. So for us, what could authentic or authoritative content really look like? It could be highlighting a problem that you have with your skin and how you fixed it with this product. You see a need, you meet a need. Or it could be maybe speaking to people that are grinding in their 9 to 5 and exactly what you're doing to try and stay away from that. Or maybe you're a busy mama, you had no idea how you were really going to fit this into your schedule, but you're doing it right now. And so sharing like, okay, I get it. We're all busy moms. This is how you're going to do this. You're going to wake up at 4 a.m. or you're going to go to bed at like Britt. I'm the 4 a.m. waker upper. Britt's like freaking 2 a.m. And I'm like, what in the world? So you're going to find your groove with it. So something like that where you're educating them in a sense. And then that authentic content is really going to be like relatable motherhood, something that's shareable, something that people are like, oh my gosh, that's so funny. Because shareable content, that's kind of the content that normally goes viral, right? Using trending audios to kind of make fun ones, like Britt did a Macarena one with her kiddos. And that wasn't necessarily like educational or about soul, but it was fun and people shared that and people laughed with it and got to see her. And then also sharing your story and why you really started soul kind of, and then as your journey progresses, sharing that. So switching between these types of content is really going to help you attract your people and build that trust because you are connecting with them. You're not just selling. But eyes on our page and getting people from our reels doesn't automatically mean sales. People really need to see something an average of about 7 to 8 times before actually buying it. And so that's where stories come in. And that's where a later training, maybe sometime. I freaking love stories. So I want to do that. But also emails. And I created this guide that I'm going to send in this chat after I'm done talking. That is really to capture your, what's the word? Your leads in a sense, people that are curious about soul, but maybe aren't necessarily ready to dive in. And so this kind of guide is going to walk people through the information that they need with soul. If they're ready to sign up, it's also going to help them get started on social media. But if they're not ready, then you captured their email. And then you have like emails going out weekly or once a month, kind of sharing the updates and the ins and outs. So you're getting eyes on soul that 7 to 8 times. And then when people are ready to buy, they're like, oh my gosh, this is like the time that I need to dive into this. So I'm going to send that in here. I wanted to create it for my audience and then just give you guys a template. Please make it your own. It has like personal things to me. So make it sound like you. But hopefully that was somewhat helpful in you guys sharing content. I know I talk a lot. So go ahead, Brett.
You guys, the guide that Cassidy made, like you're gonna want to fly to her house and give her a hug. It's beautiful, it's incredible, and we all can use it. Like that's something I just love about what we're creating is we're just all in this together. We're all creating together. Anything any of you guys make, like just send it. Like let's just all do this together. So thank you, Cass. I love that. Um, I love how relatable you are, and I think that is why one of the many reasons why everyone loves you. Okay, next, you guys. Um, Alexa, you guys, I think it was maybe 10 days ago, maybe more, nope, maybe less, that I met this beautiful mama. We connected on social media because that's where all the magic happens. So many of the most amazing people I've met in my life and in business have been on social media. Um, and you guys, Alexa, her story is wild, and there's like no one better to give you tips on Instagram than her, because in May she had less than 1,000 Instagram followers. So any of you that are like, I don't have a big network, I think it was within like a month or two, she's over 100,000 followers now. So I would say she knows what she's doing. She has some tips and tricks. And so you guys, Alexa, I'm sure she'll give you her Instagram handle if you want to check her out and see what she's doing, what is working well. Because she's killing it. Like less than 1,000 followers to over 100,000. That's insane. So Alexa, are you unmuted? I see you.
Hello. Hi guys. Sorry. There's a lot of people in my house right now, so we gotta stay in the bedroom right now. Also I have a cough, so just ignore that too. But hi, I'm Alexa. My is at a clean girl aesthetic if you want to follow me. I have been in social media for the past 5 years. I love social media. I could talk about reels and I could talk about all these things for so long. I've done social media management. I've been in network marketing before. I've actually helped multiple people go viral before I actually went viral, which you can imagine was frustrating. I'm like, when's my time? But I really believe it's a numbers game more than anything, but we'll kind of get into that. So I technically had two accounts before this. So in March, April, May. What? I don't even know what month that is right now. It's June. My husband's like, it's June. So March, April, May, June. Yes. So in May 15th is when I created a reel, and in like 15 days I hit over 100K. So you might have seen like that trend where people are like, um, if my if you guys follow me, my husband would do this. You've seen that kind of trend. Well, I kind of started that and kind of got ownership of that. I copied off of someone else, but they had like a really negative point of view. They were like saying like their husband never helps, but like around the house, but blah blah blah. So I just like made it positive and it like blew up viral, right? And so I always kind of look at people who like have millions of views in like minutes or like days. I'm like, I'm just gonna kind of copy that in some way or form. So it has like over 20 million views, which is wild. So there's that. But I have built businesses, guys, on the 930 followers. And I also have like a private account now that is almost 3,000 followers. So I just want to speak to you that like you do not need to have that many followers in order to be successful, especially in network marketing. Because if 200 people follow you who actually care what you're doing, like it's game changing, right? And so there's so much I could speak into that, but I was you just last month. But I want to kind of just go like right into kind of a reels checklist, right? Cass and Britt were talking about like authentic storytelling, and that's so big. Being authentic is like my number one thing on my page, and woman support, and just like not being threatened by other women and like their success, and just being like, we're just all embracing it. And like, if you do this, that's awesome. And like, I want to support you in that. And I've kind of built up my community in those regards. Like I make reels where women can support women and you can follow each other and like different things. So it's very fun. But I do want to just like give you, my brother is calling me. Not right now. I do want to just give you guys some like tangible steps, okay? Because Instagram, I really believe is, like I said, like it's just a numbers game when it comes to reels. And if you follow this for 30, 60 days, like I really believe one is going to explode. I can't tell you how much it's going to explode, but like it's going to happen. And I want to also say that when I had the 930 followers, I treat my followers now exactly how I treated my 930 followers. And I showed up exactly the same. And I actually posted more than. So I posted 2 to 3 reels every single day to grow that account. And that was a brand new account, by the way. Um, and I was posting 2 to 3 reels a day doing that. And this is kind of my simple system because I'm all about making it very, very simple for you, right? Like we're all busy. We all have lives. We all have things that we have to do and take care of. I have 2 kids. One's almost 3, one is 1.5. It's a busy time around here. So making it manageable is so, so important to you. And yes, so if you can do 1 reel a day, and because at first that was way too much for me, okay, but then I figured out how to do it, and then I did 2 to 3 reels a day at different times. But stick with 1 reel a day and just learn. So I'm gonna give you like 5, like let's call this a checklist, okay? Like 5 tips to always do on every single reel, just
Hey,
to kind of
Alexa,
like,
hey, but right before we get into the checklist, can I interrupt you for 1 second?
yeah.
Because I have a very special guest who just jumped on this call. And then we'll get back to it. But you guys, hold on, let me do this really quick. Um, you guys, we have Whitney Rose on here saying hello to you. Whit, you look stunning.
Oh, thank you so much. Hi, everyone. It's so nice to meet you. I don't know how I can see everyone. You can see me, right?
Yeah, we can see you. I
Okay.
wanted to spotlight you so everybody could see you, make sure that you were seen.
Yeah, welcome to Seoul, everyone. So excited to have you here.
Can you, hey, really quick, if you have your phone, take a photo and then you can post it and talk about how you were just on a Zoom with your CEO, Whitney Rose, and tag everybody. So everyone smile really quick. Let me take mine. Okay.
Yeah,
Whit,
you'll have to send that to me, Britt.
I will. I'll send it to you. Do you have I know you're so busy, but do you have just 2 or 3 minutes to say a few things? And everyone's just so excited.
Yeah, I do. I apologize if it's loud. I'm actually at the hospital. Justin's mom had a little bit of an accident, so we're here with her. But I am so happy to I see all of your beautiful faces. And I just want to take a minute and say thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining the community and being on along for this journey and experience. It's already this pre-launch has been so amazing. I don't know, like I can't even put it into words or express how much gratitude and love I have for all of you. And for Brittany, she is such an incredible leader. She is beyond intelligent, smart. Her leadership skills are just phenomenal, and she's such a good person. So I'm so glad that you're all here with her. It's been truly an opportunity of a lifetime to co-create Soul with her. And I'm just so excited to have all of you here. And I hope that I get to meet you all individually and spend time with you. Soul already, it's only been a couple days, and I can't believe the community and the people that we are attracting. It is next level. So it is an honor to be your co-CEO, and I just cannot wait to spend time with all of you.
Can you believe what's happened in 4 days?
It has been the wildest 4 days of my life. I'm not gonna lie. And we did it. And I'm so proud of Brittany, the other leaders and our team. We've really, I know we've talked a lot about this being a collaboration, and it truly, on both sides, this has been every person working so hard to make this happen, and we did it. And I'm just so excited for the official launch. We are so close to announcing the date and the place, the venue. So we hopefully are going to be able to finalize that here by the end of this week and make an announcement. So hopefully we can get you all there and spend some time together. But I've loved all the feedback, and anything that I can do to help you and your teams, let me know. I'm here for you.
Thanks, Whit. I love you. I appreciate you. Go spend time with your mother-in-law. But thank you so much for taking the time to be on here. Love you so much.
Yeah, of course. And I just want to edify Britt. I cannot say enough positive about her. You're in such good hands. She's amazing. So I hope I get to meet you all soon.
Thanks, Whit. Love you.
Hey, love you too. Bye.
Bye. You guys, how special is that? You're gonna love her. Speaking of what we were just talking about a minute ago, about like just nice girl energy and just like everyone cheering each other on. I just want to tell you a 2-minute little blurb. the first time I met Whitney and Ashley, you guys have seen their photos. You've seen her. They are like beautiful women. And sometimes when you're around just like really stunning people, there can be a feeling of like, I don't know, like competition or like looking each other up and down, checking each other out. You know what I'm talking about. Like you guys all know what I'm talking about. And the second I met them, yeah, like an ick. It's an ick. The second I met them, like I got hugs and just straight sisterhood. Like no competition, no warming up to each other. It was like just instant sisters. And I hope that you guys all can make it to our event. It's okay if not, but I'm just really excited for you to get to know both of them because they are just like the sweetest, most genuine souls. And I knew immediately that this is who I wanted to partner with because of just who they were as people and how they made me feel and how I knew that they would make you feel. So, okay. Thank you for that intermission. Alexa, let's get to your checklist.
No problem. You can interrupt me anytime. Not a big deal. That was so fun. So I can't wait to meet her and I can't wait to hear where everything is. Like, it's just going to be so, so cool. And okay, I could talk about all this, but we're going to go back to the checklist. So this is going to be the checklist that you're going to kind of go through before you actually create a reel. Okay. Obviously, there's so many different people who do so many different things. This is just what I do and it works. So also we're applying the storytelling in this, we're applying authenticity, all of those things. Number one, clear image. Okay. This lighting would not do it. Okay. This is bad lighting. I don't have good lighting in here. It's bad lighting. This is blurry. If it is blurry at all, like Instagram won't even push it out. It can like tell when things are blurry. So like, it's not even going to get pushed out if it's blurry. Obviously there's caveats. Sometimes things go viral if it's crazy, whatever, you understand. But most of the time you have to have perfect lighting. It's going to help your reach so much. So just like invest in a simple light that you put on your phone or something. Okay. I also ask your girlfriends how it's uploading because depending on like what your phone is at, like sometimes you have to kind of like fix that depending on like what iPhone or Android, especially if you have Android, unfortunately, because it might upload blurrier than it is actually on your phone. So just like think about that because that can like make or break your account right there. Number 2 is around 7-second long. Okay. So like you're wanting your reel to be around 7 seconds. Do filters affect reach? I don't know, actually. This is a good question. I feel like my ones that don't have filters do better, but sorry, I'm not going to read every question right now, but around 7 seconds long. I will say Instagram actually loves if it's 90 seconds long. So if you're someone who just like is jab, 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 I can talk about anything. You need to start uploading that stuff. Okay. 90 seconds long would be amazing. And you could just talk about soul, all the things, but with 2 kids in the background all the time, that just doesn't really happen for me. So you can think about that. So, but to make this manageable for you, keep it to 7 seconds long. And this can literally be you walking with coffee, you sitting with coffee, you walking in a pasture with the sunset. If you can get that, awesome. You know, it can be you on the beach. It can be you sitting at your kitchen table. It can be real authentic you. It doesn't have to be this perfect sunset thing, but just like move it around. You can look at my like Instagram for examples. I try new things all the time also, by the way, all the time. I don't care if one reaches and the next one doesn't. It just is what it is. I'm learning what the algorithm likes and what it doesn't like. Number 3, trending audio. This is what like this specifically trending audio with less than 2,000 plays. So hopefully you know what a trending audio is. Otherwise, ask your girlfriend what that is. Trending audio, 2,000 plays. Okay, that's like an always for me. If it has like if the videos, if you scroll down, have over 1 million plays in it, like multiple of them, that's like a gem. That's one you want to use. Those are all the ones that have gone viral for me and something that I always try to find. I will say good content's good content. You could put a dumb video on like the perfect checklist and it's not going to go viral. You have to still have good content. But that just has helped me. 2,000 plays with millions. You can there's lots of videos on how you can find trending audio, so you can ask someone too. Number 4, hook in your reel. So your reel, your actual video needs to have some type of hook in it, something to make them want to read. I often just like do the hand that's pointing down or an arrow pointing down, or I'll say more in comments, or I'll even say comment sun in caption, whatever. So hook in the reel is really good. You want to hook them the whole time. You want to hook them in the reel. You want to hook them in the caption. You want to hook them everywhere. Okay. Number 5, call to action in the caption. That's kind of hard to say. Call to action in the caption. So tell them what to do. I always say all these people that are following you, they're like your puppies. Like they don't know what to do with your content. What do you want them to do with your content? Like, do you want them to follow you? Do you want them to like something? Do you want them to blah, blah, blah? Fill in the blank. Like tell them what to do. And you can put it in the caption of like, you know, comment sun, and I'll send you this. Mini chat is my best friend. I definitely recommend it. You can also be the first to comment. I often do this, and then I pin it as like an extra way of just being like to create conversation. Like I'll say like this if you agree, or you know, just like another way. You want them to interact with your post. So the more they interact, the better, right? So those are just 5 simple like checklist things. 1, clear image. 2, around 7 seconds long. 3, trending audio with less than 2,000 plays. 4, hook in the reel. And then 5, a call to action in the caption. And there's really like 4 main types of like content to like focus on. And I know Cass kind of talked about a lot of these too, but this is like what all of my reels kind of are around. They're either educating, they're either entertaining, engaging, or emotional. Okay. So education is you create content that helps your audience, providing value. That's what we've been saying. You need to provide value in some way to your audience. So education. You need to entertain them. Throw a fun one in. My dumb ones are the ones that get the most views all the time. Like my coffee one, that was like a dumb one, but it got the people, right? Reels is where you're capturing the people and you sell in the stories and you connect in the stories and in the DMs. And we'll talk more about stories another time too. But you really want to capture people in reels and show them who you are. So entertain them, have fun with it. Number 3, engage, gets people talking in a good or a bad way. Do something that you know is like people don't like, and throw that in, you know, an unpopular opinion, throw it in there. And number 4, emotional. If you do this well, people will fall in love with you. People will literally fall in love with you, will fall in love with your brand, and they will connect with you like a heart to heart, right there. I mean, it's crazy, the woman who will come into my DMs and tell me their whole life story, like, and I voice message and then they like send me 3 minutes back and I'm like, oh, okay, like let's just get right to it, you know. So you want to connect with them and you want to be vulnerable, and I really believe God puts you through different things so that you connect to others, and that's what I'm all about, is just like being real and raw and authentic. So that's it in a nutshell. I'm going to do so many more like Instagram ones, but we're trying to keep this short and sweet. But I just want to end with this, that like, guys, like we have not missed the boat. Like we are all on the boat. We all just got on the boat and it's still at the port, okay, waiting for it to be filled, because there's only like 5 of us here right now, right? Like you have not missed the boat. You are on the boat, and I want you guys to take a deep breath, because this is just the beginning. It's literally like 4 days in. Is it 4 days in? I feel like I've known you forever, Britt, and I'm like, it's been like 10 days I've known you. Oh my gosh, it's been crazy. So it's been crazy, and it's going to keep getting crazy. And stay on the boat. Stay consistent, guys. Like stay consistent, stay the course. You're not awesome at reels yet. Okay, keep showing up. You don't have a great following yet. Great, show up. You don't have the business you want yet. We'll keep going, because I really truly believe that you can here. And I've been a part of a lot of businesses, and this is it. So that's all I got.
I love that. You're awesome. Again, no coincidences. I'm so glad that we connected. Really funny too, though, when she said like content going viral that maybe is controversial. Did any of you guys see the trend on Instagram of like, if you're a white SUV mom or a black SUV mom? Okay. In case you didn't follow along, I thought that that would be a fun one to do because I had a white SUV and then I went and got a black SUV. So I was like, oh, this will be perfect. No. It was not. But it helped my engagement. Let me just scroll down really quick and tell you what happened because it was tragic. And if I didn't have thick skin, I probably would have cried. It has 5,500 likes and it has 874 comments and it has, hold on, 237,000 views, but they're all mean. Because Instagram, you guys, Instagram decided to show that reel not to my mom friends who were in on the trend. It decided to show it to the muscle bro car community who just doesn't like my car and thinks I'm an idiot for whatever car I drive. So if you want some entertainment, you can go look at the comments. It's wild. Like these people have no life. Yeah, literally. Someone was like, why don't you just turn off the comments? And I'm like, no, they're boosting my engagement. Keep going. It's fine. You never know what's going to happen, but that was crazy. Okay, you guys, it's been almost an hour. I am not going to go any longer. I hope that well, first, thank you for your time, but I hope that you leave this, even though it was long, just feeling aligned and happy and excited to do this different. And I do want to say one thing really quick. Even though I am doing this differently, and I'm like, I do not want like the toxic hustle culture, like that's not what this is going to be. I don't want you to mistake that with me for hard work because I am a hard worker. This is a business. It's just going to look different in the feeling. So I hope you feel that. Again, we've said it a couple times. It's been 4 days. We have 6 days left still in this month, and it's going to just keep getting more and more exciting and more crazy. And I am grateful to be here with you guys. Last thing is the placement training tomorrow night. Make sure you watch that video I posted in the Facebook page. It just gives you a little overview, and you are all welcome to come on the placement training tomorrow night. But if you're not there yet, that's okay. Focus on just finding the people. And then you can always rewatch it later when you have people to place. So it's totally up to you if you want to come do it and listen, or if you want to watch it later when it makes more sense for you. But we're doing that, and I'm going to shut up now. And I hope you guys all have a good night. Go enjoy your families. Go share your excitement. Go work on creating reels. And I'll keep you posted with what's coming next. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Good night.